Hello, welcome to Mississippi Insight Meditation. For more information about our organization or to leave a much needed donation, please visit our website at msinsightmeditation.org.
So let's go ahead and get started with our meditation this evening. It's going to be a slightly different meditation, so I hope you guys like it. I'm going to ask you to use your imagination a little bit, which normally we don't do in meditation, but we're going to do that tonight. So let's go ahead and take our meditative posture, which is a nice straight spine, sitting up a little straighter, more alert than you usually would. If you're in a chair, you want to place your feet flat on the floor. And at this point, we will gently close our eyes. Take a few long, slow, deep breaths. As you breathe in, you're going to expand outward, stretching your rib cage. And as you exhale, you're going to soften and relax as best you can. Inhale, feeling the space that surrounds you. Exhale, letting out the stress of the day. Let your breath return to normal. In Vipassana meditation, we don't make an effort to breathe in any certain way. Enter into the world of your breath. Pay attention to the way your body experiences breathing. Feel your rib cage expand and contract. Feel the temperature of the air as it comes and goes from the tip of your nose. Feel your chest rise and fall. If you notice yourself thinking for the next couple of minutes, let go of that, and with non-judgment, with gentle loving kindness, reestablish yourself in the breath. At this time, I'll ask you to let go of your breath. Let go of the focus on your breath. And in your mind's eye, I'll ask you to picture yourself sitting on a bench in a train station. A lazy Sunday afternoon. You're there to enjoy the day. You are relaxed and comfortable, knowing that you're not actually taking a train, You're just there to enjoy them, to watch the trains pull in and out of the station. The sounds that the trains make on the rails, the steam coming off the engines. You are able to concentrate your attention. You are relaxed but focused in your mind's eye, letting go of all thoughts of the future, the past, planning. You are comfortable and relaxed on your bench in the train station. Feel your body relax as you sit there. From this vantage point, you understand, you know that each train is actually an emotion or a feeling. Each train that comes and goes is a representation of an emotion. For example, the self-doubt train pulls up, and you have no idea how long that self-doubt train will sit there in front of you. But you are comfortable and relaxed in knowing that you don't have to board the train. You are just there to watch it, to witness it. You watch the self-doubt train in your mind's eye from your comfortable, relaxed position. And eventually, the train leaves. Perhaps the worry train pulls up next, or the anxiety train. And again, you sit in the quiet of your mind's eye on your bench. Relax, open, spacious, knowing that you have a choice. You do not have to board the train. You do not have to engage yourself with that train. You can choose to stay on your quiet, relaxed bench in your quiet, relaxed mind. You cannot control when a train comes, what train it might be. You cannot control when that train will leave, but you can simply observe it from your comfortable, relaxed place on the bench. For the next few minutes, I'll ask you to stay on your bench, simply noting what train or trains pull into the station for you. You don't have to engage with them. Just watch what pulls up from your relaxed and stable position on your bench. At this time, I will ask you to return to the breath. Let go of all thoughts of trains and emotions and simply return to the breath, the anchor that is always with us. You can sit on your bench if you'd like, in your mind's eye, while anchoring to the breath. But spend the last minute or so of this sitting experiencing how your body breathes. I like that meditation. It might not be for everyone, but for me, when something really powerful comes along, like a really powerful emotion, that visualization really works for me because I choose to stay in my relaxed, quiet place on my bench. And when you're mindful, when you can really learn how to be mindful, it really does become a choice. Not overnight, but with practice, that can actually become a choice. When I do that meditation, for me, the train station in my mind resembles the one from Harry Potter. I don't know who's seen it or who hasn't, but not the busy first movie where Harry runs through the wall, but the last movie when he's in that beautiful, white, well-lit, bright train station talking to Dumbledore. And in my head, I often recall a line from that movie. And Harry says, "Is this real, Professor, or is it all in my head?" And Professor Dumbledore replies, "Well, of course it's in your head, Harry, but why should that mean it's not real?" And far be it for me to criticize the great J.K. Rowling, but I think she got this question slightly wrong. Let me explain. So I once heard a talk by a Tibetan monk named Sakni Rinpoche. And he told a story, and it was a really good story. So I'm going to try to retell it as best I can. He was in Malaysia visiting the Twin Towers, named the Petronas Towers. I think that's how you pronounce it, and that's probably why I make the Harry Potter connection. Anyway, these towers are the tallest twin towers in the world, and connecting them is a glass bridge, including the bottom of the bridge is glass. So it's the tallest two-story bridge in the world. Add to that, the bridge isn't physically attached to the towers. It's designed to kind of slide in and out of the towers because I guess when you have buildings that tall, they actually sway up to a few feet in the wind. So picture it, tallest buildings in the world, tallest glass-bottomed bridge in the world, not really attached to the building. So Rinpoche goes to cross this bridge, and he gets about 5 steps out and he freezes. He realizes that he's deathly afraid of heights. So he backs up quickly and gets off the bridge. And he said when he finally got his heart rate down, he reminded himself that he was a Buddhist monk who should probably lean into his practice and not be freaking out in the middle of this tourist attraction. So he calms himself and he starts watching the people on the bridge. He's mindful of what's going on around him. And he notices that there are all sorts of people crossing this bridge. There are, couples stopping to take selfies in the middle, large groups of people, families. He specifically mentioned an extremely heavy-set man who crossed without a problem, and he was very thin at the time. The monk that he had been visiting with was already across and waiting for him on the other side. So during his talk, Rinpoche said he realized something very, very important that day. What was happening inside of his head was extremely real, but it wasn't true. His phrase is, it was real, but it was not true. So in his mind, he had all these thoughts of the bridge collapsing, of falling to his death, of all the things that come with being on the tallest glass bridge in the world. And this was very real to him. It caused a real fear response. There was adrenaline, there was panic, there was an increased heart rate. He said he had a lump in his throat, he had muscle weakness. This fear was extremely real to him, and it caused a real fear response. But when he looked out at the people crossing the bridge without a problem, and he considered, the architectural structure of the bridge, the fact that it had been up for a long time and there had never been an issue, he realized that what he feared wasn't true. The bridge wasn't going to collapse. He wasn't going to fall to his death. And from there, he coined the phrase, real but not true. And that's the takeaway tonight. That's what I would like for you to remember from this talk. We spend a lot of time in our own heads, having conversations with people that never actually come to pass. We ruminate on the past. We plan for a future that might not happen. We have all these old tapes that play on a loop over and over and over in our head. And these tapes might tell us that we're not good enough, or we aren't worthy of something. They might convince us that we're unlovable, or that everybody leaves, or that maybe we aren't capable of doing something. And sometimes these statements are true. I mean, I can never become an astronaut, right? I'm past that age. So when my internal voice tells me it's something I can't do, that's true. But a lot of the time, the things we tell ourselves aren't based on truth. Rinpoche called them leftover residue. And it usually comes from something in our past, something that is sticky, something we can't seem to let go of, something we believe is true, which makes it very real to us. And it is real in our minds. I'm not dismissing that. The feelings we have, our reactions to it, all of that is very real. But it doesn't make the statement we're telling ourselves true. We might feel unworthy or not good enough, but just because those feelings are real, it doesn't make the actual statement true. So how do we deal with this when it comes up? You guys know what I'm going to say, right? Practice. We practice what we learn in meditation, which is non-reaction, non-judgment, and loving kindness. When we have a habitual thought that comes up, I'm not worthy of love. I'm not good enough. We can't dismiss it out of hand. You can't bury it because it is real. The feelings are real. But we don't have to get swept away in those feelings. We don't have to board that train. The first step is mindfulness. Recognize it's going on. Second, sit with it. Don't push it away, but don't react to it. You don't have to believe it. We just need to hold it. We just need to view it from our comfortable bench. And how do we hold it? With loving kindness. There is a part of ourselves that feels the realness of this statement, even if the statement is untrue. And that part of ourselves needs our love and understanding. We can't belittle or react harshly to that part of ourselves. Think of a 5-year-old afraid of a thunderstorm. You know, you wouldn't tell her, suck it up, buttercup, or tell him that his fears are real and the thunder's going to get him, right? You don't need to become afraid with that child during a thunderstorm. You simply hold the child with loving kindness until the storm passes. And this is the same thing. The logical part of your mind doesn't have to believe it's true. It doesn't belittle the part that feels that the emotion is real and feels that emotion in a real sense. The logical part of our mind just meets the part that fears with loving kindness and with patience. So be gentle with yourself, always. The next time you hear that inner voice feeling negative, feeling small or incompetent, feeling damaged or not good enough, remember to be easy with yourself. You don't have to board the train. It's real to you, but remember, just because it's real doesn't automatically make it true. So sit on your comfortable bench with an open, spacious mind and watch it come and watch it go. You don't have to believe it. So Sakni Rinpoche, if you ever get a chance to hear him speak, I recommend it. He does come to the US probably once a year. Really, really good talks he gives. So tonight's takeaway, real but not true. Remind yourself often, just because something is real to you doesn't mean it's actually true. Thank you for sitting with me tonight.
Thank you for listening to this video provided by Mississippi Insight Meditation. For more content like this, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, or visit our website at msinsightmeditation.org. All talks are given freely. If you would like to leave a donation, please visit our website. Again, that's msinsightmeditation.org. Thank you for listening.